Me riding with my Marauder horseman, you know what it means. That means it's going to be WoC versus Khorne. Oh, I haven't did this matchup in a while, and it's going to show. And it's against none other than Danny. Sartorial, Searing Doom, the works. Knights of the Brazen Throne, Spawn, Horsemen. This was on a SFT I hosted a while back, and no one got to see the game because I had the blocker up. But now we get to see it finally, and without a billion WoC games piled in, I can finally show it. And it was a damn good game. Nothing but bloodletters. We got our stuff. We got some halberds, but Chaos Knights with lances were not what I was expecting. And it's not the end of the world. Got Hellstriders, and thinking about it now, Hellstriders really don't do that much. Fleshhounds beat them. Marauder Horsemen actually can kind of take them if they both get their charges off. So it's not ideal to really bring Striders, so my build's not ideal right now. Same with the Knights of the Brazen Throne, but Knights of the Brazen Throne actually aren't bad until mass bloodletters. Arbol, though, is going to be fantastic because I forgot that he has 50% spell resist, so my final trance isn't going to be that great. We're already just going to pile into his home objective here on the Gates of Khorne because that's all you do on this map. And he's just sending out the Khorngors, and he kind of has to, right? It's just Khorngors and bloodletters. Anti-armor, large, anti-armor, armor. So they complement the two. He's going to get a nice little surround here. I'm going to try to... Honestly, I should just try to go up against the wall with those halberds so I can maybe pepper them with some Marauder Horsemen. I'm trying to just capture at this point. He's sending in some Furies. And this is the game where I learned that Furies actually take on Marauder Horsemen pretty well. Simply because they're flying units, they can get their charge off, and Marauder Horsemen, although Furies disintegrate quick, it's too difficult sometimes. Over here we're trying to fight. I bring in Rot Knights, thinking they'll be good against the Chaos Knights with Lances, and they'll do okay. He's doing good leadership damage, he just has to keep cycle charging. They're actually doing pretty damn good. Finally losing a couple models there. Rot Knights, though, should be able to flee them off. And here we get some Khorngors who aren't braced, but the fact that we're charging the tree line is definitely not ideal, if I'm being honest. That's why they're absolutely getting crumped by those Khorngors. It's actually quite insane. If it was open, it would be fantastic, but quickly I realized my knights need to get out of there, and so they do. And we kind of shove off his knights, and then we're going to play his home objective. Force his units to kind of bounce around, since we're winning this mobility game. Because really the only thing that's a problem right now, the Chaos Knights with lances. And as long as we just shoo away these marauders, it should be alright. And Arbol can't be everywhere at once, so we're just playing. He's gonna try to get his bloodletters into my Chaos Knights, Chaos Warriors with halberds. And the Rot Knights are here to countercharge and maybe get ready. I summon in some great weapons, because that was an idea. I don't think it's the best idea into bloodletters, who are just so effective. Anything, if anything, should have brought in Forsaken, because at least they trade evenly, if not a little bit upwards, but we'll see. Yeah, I see the bloodletters trying to get in. I see the Chaos Knights with lances. I see everything. And we're going to just try to get a charge. He's trying to interrupt, but we're going to get that charge on him, because they hate that. And then hit him with the final trans. Yeah, look at that. Rot Knights are doing fantastic. Bloodletters hate getting charged in the rear. I mean, by many things. And yeah, Sartorial coming in. Hopefully going to cause some issues. Over on the other side, we're just hitting him. He's being very patient with the bloodletters. I got to give him props for that. These knights they have fire damage. Rot Knights are weakness to fire. We give them the old rock and inevitability to come help out. Sartorial trying to jump on the bloodletters. Hopefully they can disintegrate. Searing Doom on top of those Chaos Knights, even with the spell resist, it does pretty damn good damage. That was 1,400 with just one cast. That's phenomenal. And then we're just trying to win this fight, because if we can get rid of bloodletters and 2 knights, money. Even if it costs me my nasty little Rot Knights. And that's when he comes in for the bashing. The bloodletters. You can see them kind of eyeing out, mobiling. And so are we. We're just trying to hold onto his home, maybe even get a triple cap. If we can get a triple cap this early on against Khorne, it is phenomenal. But we're not doing so hot. We need another Searing Doom. Or final trans. Here come those. Yup, and Danny is so smooth. He's so good at dodging these Searing Dooms. It's actually kind of crazy. If anything, I should have waited where he was focused somewhere else. But we have the Knights of the Brazen Throne coming in, and they are going to trample on over these bloodletters, and I love to see it. Oh, come on. Yeah, just take the bait, Danny. And he does. I don't think he sees it. No, he doesn't, because they are charged in. We don't want to get rear-ended by Chaos Knights with lances, so we kind of force our way out of there. Finally bring in the Forsaken, who will upward trade, hopefully, and we're also bringing in our Marauders to come play on the side objective. I was kind of just being a goober here, not paying attention, having my spawn fight Khorne, and there's really nothing I got for the Khorne. I just need some Forsaken to come deal with them, and I didn't bring that many for bad reasons. I wanted to try the spawn. I don't know why. I thought spawn were a good idea. Not really. Spawn are great to bloodletters, Marauders, everything else is pretty mediocre. And yeah, here come those Furies. Aspiring Champs, also a bad call. You don't want to bring Aspiring Champs, although, you know, they don't provide a lot of skulls for the army ability of Khorne. Bloodletters eat that shit up quick. Yeah, and I'm a little late to guarding my home objective. Another Searing Doom right here. Does he dodge? Yes, he does. That's what I'm saying. Danny is just so on the nose. He just pushes up just a little bit, just so he can get out of there. But we got a Final Trans as well ready for him. So he's got to eat that at least. And Arball's just trying to just push through the lines and get in. And I charged the Furies with so many Marauder Horsemen that they actually all can't get within. So I should have actually split up my Marauder Horsemen and then jumped on them so that we would disintegrate faster due to leadership penalties. Rot Knights, I should just unsummon them. They were kind of mediocre. And that's kind of my fault. They could have done better. Knights with Lances going out of there. And he's got Minotaurs now. I have nothing for Minotaurs. If I had Halberds, that'd be nice. But even then, there's a mix of Bloodletters, Khorne, and it's just a pain in the ass right now. See, they're finally disintegrating because it took so long. And I could have used like 2, 3, or even 3 of those Marauders to actually, Marauder Horsemen to provide some firing support. So that's another mistake I got going on. And I just have Spawn trying to deal it out with Khorne. If anything, my build was fine. It's just the execution right now is kind of embarrassing. Yeah, finally, and there's some shooting issues right now. Although it's not the worst, but it's not really that great. And I need to get my Marauders out of here. And I kind of realize, you know what? He's got so much over here. Let's forget this side and go back on the other side. And it's going to force all his infantry to start running. And that's going to take forever. And I might actually win this side. Even with Hellstriders. Hellstriders kind of just suck here. They're not really doing much. Khorne with their goofy Unbreakable, their Kislev Unbreakable ability, makes it really hard. I should have these Hellstriders come out and try to rear or flank charge. And he's just pounding me, man. He's such a bastard. Oh, yeah, those Aspiring Champs got melted. Absolutely destroyed. And here come more Furies now. He's not going immediately or chasing with the Furies. He's just gonna set up for a counter charge. Nice little counter charge. Minotaurs are so... oh, they're so strong. I don't really know how WoC actually beats Khorne, because it is so brutal. It's honestly a bad matchup. The only thing I could see maybe helping out right now for all the blob fights is actually Aeson, because he is great at dealing... he's got this ability that deals damage over time, like a Buna, for 7 seconds. But it can hit multiple units in a blob within 30 meters. And right now I see a bunch of units that are within 30 meters of each other, and it would be fantastic. Trying to get some charges, some terror routes on these Khorne, get these Bloodletters out of here, recapture my home objective, maybe even take his. And this is the beauty of this build. It's just fast, 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 fast. But there's really no ground units, because the blood are so busted. If anything, I should have traded those Striders in for Chaos Knights. My own Chaos Knights of Lances. And they would at least upward trade to most of these things, if not all of it. Even Khorne somewhat, if I can pay attention. Right now, it's not looking too great. The Minotaurs are eventually going to get here. The Furies, I make the mistake actually sending my Marauder Horsemen to charge closer to his home objective. Maybe I can hope to steal him, but he still has the Chaos Knights. There we go. We get it back. And the Furies start to descend a little. No, do I go back? Nope, I don't. And Sartorial's just caught, and that's an issue. And at this point, I'm out of Winds of Magic, so there's kind of little hope for me holding that. Maybe even retaking. And the double Furies is just too much. Especially with Sartorial getting crumped. And the Knights are there not to win, just to stop Sartorial from actually leaving. Which is real smooth of him. Yeah, Danny's a real bastard. Did I mention he's a bastard? Well, he is. Yeah, some Blood Beasts would actually be really nice to deal with. Not just the Minotaurs, but the Chaos Knights. Here come the Forsaken that should have been here way earlier to come deal with a lot of these units. And they'll at least hold and slowly upwards trade it to Bloodletters, baby, kinda. Aspiring Champs just don't feel good. I'd rather have Blood Beasts than those, easily. 100%. I figured, well, Bloodletters are, you know, demons. Yeah, that was just a bad idea. Great weapons, they're okay, but I think they're just lost here. Shit. Yeah, it should have just been nothing but Forsaken. Forsaken are just good trading units. Fantastic trading units, honestly. The Chaos Warriors just don't cut it here. There's too much anti-armor, and there's too much speed, and that's where the Forsaken with the Frenzy just come in, do great on the charge, and just trade well. And then back them up with some Marauder Horsemen for not only capture weight, but fire support. Great. Chaos Knights with Lances is definitely what I bring, and Blood Beast as well, if I were to do this one again. There's an argument to bring Chaos Warriors of Khorne with dual axes, but I'm not sure how that would do with Bloodletters, and, well, for Khorne Wars, maybe not too bad, but we'll see. And yeah, we're going to wrap it up here. He triple capped me. He's got me pinned. That's what Khorne loves to do. They just bum rush you to your home objective and be done. Would I bring Trolls? Hell no. Trolls suck in this matchup. Khorne Gors will just eat them alive. I really don't have anything to do with Furies. They can just jump on all my stuff, so yeah. GG's, Danny. Yeah, you're such a bastard, but I respect it. Especially if you're bringing glory to Khorne. Knights of the Brazen Throne just weren't it. I'd trade those and the Hellstriders just for Lances and the Spawn for anything else. I don't know. Anything. Anything else. Aeson, definitely. Yeah, I'd trade those two for Aeson and maybe get a Chaos Knight in here. And that's what I would do. And then reserve, get rid of the Rot Knights, Chaos Knights with Lances, bunch of Forsaken, 2 Blood Beasts instead. Maybe even some Chaos Warhounds. Just for capture weight and also for rear attacks. Or Doom Knights actually, so I can deal with the Furies. Yeah, Doom Knights might be where it's at. Bring like a Doom Knight or two, that could do a lot of work. I think that's going to be the case. Because Khorne is just so brutal. And actually some Doom Knights could trap Arbol. If he goes into the forest, I could just surround him with 2 Doom Knights, get Sartorial with the Rocket ability, slow him down. And yeah, just hound him that way. Yeah, looking at his build, Doom Knights wouldn't be too bad. Chaos Knights as well. He's got a lot of infantry, and that's the biggest weakness of Khorne. They just rely heavily on their infantry Minotaurs. Yeah. Alright, folks, I've been rambling on long enough. If you enjoyed the video, please like, sub, follow me here on YouTube. We're on the road to 2,000. Come join me when we have our tournaments over on Total Tavern, whether they're new player tournaments or old or SFTs or whatever. Yeah, with all that said, y'all have a good one. Peace, and goodbye for now.